Welcome to another episode of Measured. First and foremost, we just want to thank everyone for all the comments on our very first episode and launch. If you know me, you know I hate doing these things. I hate recording myself. I hate listening to myself. That is just how much I believe in creating organic content. So I truly feel if I can do it, anyone can do it. But we appreciate you following along. Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to take a look at ads coming to ChatGPT, something that I've always been waiting for, wondering when it's going to happen. Word has it that they are coming. How advertising works inside AI tools. This is just, again, something that is going along with that. Will we 100% know right now? No, it doesn't exist quite yet. Just kind of speculation, I guess, is the best way to say that. What's changing with data and tracking? So there's a lot of talk right now on having different platforms that are going to be restricting the data coming out of it. So what does that kind of mean for you? What does that mean for your measurement? Moving forward and the decisions that you make and how those decisions may have to reflect or change a little bit based on the data that you are going to have moving forward. We'll have our customer question and then end with a featured project. So up first, we have the ads on ChatGPT. And so this is something that I've been wondering, waiting on. So word has it. I have a few little things I wrote down for it. What do we actually know? Ads are expected to appear on the free version. So if you're paying for a version right now, you're supposed to be a way that they aren't supposed to be showing up for you. Again, this has not quite happened yet. AI is becoming more of a distribution channel, just not a tool. Now, that's their own words. It'll be interesting once they do arrive. How will ads likely show up? They're supposed to be contextual and intent-based, not keyword-based, which is interesting because when you are doing a search, I'm sure it's using different words that you typed in to give you an answer. So, but it's supposed to be intent-based. Integrated into answers or recommendations, less like banners, more like influence. So we kind of have an example I will show you of what shopping kind of looks like right now inside ChatGPT if you really haven't used it to ask it a question. If you're looking to buy something, we do have a screen on that I'll show you here in a moment. Why this matters. AI answers remove the click. So what does that mean? The biggest thing with AI and why most people I do think appreciate it, and one reason why I like to use it, is that you're not sitting there constantly scrolling looking for an answer. You are asking a question, you're getting an answer. So what they're saying with these ads is that when you're asking the question, they're going to deliver back that ad and that you don't have to go searching for it. It's going to lead into a few different things as we keep going on whether that's good, bad, indifferent, and even just kind of goes against the whole like AI giving you that best answer back because at the end it can be influenced. But moving on right now for the moment, visibility shifts from ranking pages to being referenced. Trust becomes part of the ad equation. Who are you trusting? I mean, at that moment, you're trusting ChatGPT to give you that best answer, which currently a lot of people are. But at the moment, people aren't paying to have their answers shown. So that's the big kicker when it comes to that. What we don't know quite yet, the exact ad formats, how targeting will work, how disclosures will be handled. So for me, this is a big old question mark. I mean, like I said, I feel like it's been coming. What I like about ChatGPT is the question answer. Do I like that someone's going to be able to put their answer in for you? So if you're looking for a product and they just tell you, hey, here you go, because they're willing to pay the most, is it really the best product? Or you're just finding an advertiser who is willing to put the money down to get the clicks? On the screen, I do have kind of what shows it looks like when you are shopping or when it gives you some shopping options. So this one would just be what's the best espresso machine under $200. It's got 3 different products and then it has the bestseller one off to the right. So the whole thought behind this now is that it'll be able to be influenced by an ad. So one of these is probably in the end You'll probably still see a couple that are chosen by ChatGPT and then one forced through as an ad. Again, this is just on that free version. What'll also be interesting is if you have an ad blocker on, if that will block the ads in ChatGPT or if they'll have a workaround for that. So many unknown questions for that. So that next kind of thing falls right into this whole topic. So how AI advertising or how advertising works inside AI tools. Intent over keywords. So ads are driven by conversation, not by the search. So that's the same thing when I was just saying for those keywords. Embed in placement. So ads live inside answers or recommendations, not separate units. So they're saying that they are going to, as you're scrolling through, like I was just mentioning on that other screen, if I pull it back up, one of those three is going to be an ad. It's not going to be a recommendation, essentially. I mean, AI is still calling it a recommendation because it's an ad that they're producing, but it's more forced than just a general one. That zero-click environment, limited inventory, so there's fewer placements for less ads, and then the whole trust. If we start trusting, well, that's twofold right now. I mean, how many of you are using ChatGPT and just trusting absolutely everything it gives you? So if you're ready at that point and ads are coming, then you're going to trust those ads as well. Because at that moment, you're just assuming that ChatGPT also trusts that ad and they're going to go all the way through. For me, it's really going to turn into Google, which, hey, I am all for Google paid ads. So I'm really excited for this to happen. I'm excited to see what opportunities it has for different businesses, where you have success, how does it measure, how much data does it give you back to know like what your pay-per-click was and what are they even going to call all of that? So the questions that are coming for me are, I mean, I have some excitement to see what's coming for that. I don't know if I love that it's coming into a platform that I do enjoy going and finding data in. That to me is a little bit of that question mark, but we will find out. It is just something different. I think it'll happen in almost all the different AI platforms. I'm guessing someone along the lines will be the one that says we don't have ads, just to get users to come over to it. But in the end, they are coming. It is coming to the free version, and we will just have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll have more podcasts on that as we keep going through and kind of having those discussions on how it's affecting people. I mean, there's going to be success stories with it. There always are. So it's just kind of figuring out what you do with it. When that new medium or that new opportunity comes, what do you do with that opportunity? Do you jump on it? Do you watch other people have success? Do you want to be one of the first people there to have that success with it? I know we'll have customers that will be all for trying it out. So I'm excited to learn about it. I'm excited for it to come. We'll keep you updated as that does come through and just kind of see how that all plays out. I'm sure there'll be a million opinions on people on good, bad, and different on how they feel about it. Most people are used to being served an ad. It's very common. You're on any sort of social platform in Google. I mean, you're used to just always being served ads. There's a lot of times customers don't know that if they're in the regular search of Google, that if you're doing a regular search and you're just looking at search results in Google, most don't realize, even though it says sponsored, that there are sponsored ads. So a lot of people are just clicking the first thing that they see. They see that keyword or term that they were looking for. It's in that result. They click, go. So I think that'll kind of play a role too, where there'll be, I wouldn't even say a learning curve, because people may not want to learn it, but it's just going to work because people don't know any better. So the next topic I want to take a look at, and this part is really interesting to me. I've been reading up more on it, and it kind of goes again. We talked a little bit about We talked a little bit about it in our first episode. And when we're just kind of talking about the whole word measured and looking at all different aspects, making those decisions based on that data that you have back. And so what is kind of going around right now is that third-party data is going away. Cookies and external identifiers are no longer going to be available. Platform visibility is shrinking, so you'll have less access to raw data. Attribution is getting weaker, so fewer signals across devices and channels. First party data will matter more, so your own data, so the data that you own yourself will be will replace that rented data, which rented data would just kind of be those metrics that you're getting, like in Google Analytics or any third party. Measurement shifts upstream, so focus moves from precision to direction. So this is huge, and it'll be interesting to see when it kind of all starts flowing through and how much data we really do start to lose with all of this. Website and ad platforms can't see people the way they used to. Tools that followed users around the internet are going away. Because of that, marketing data is less complete and less accurate. You'll get fewer answers about where someone came from or what influenced them. So the data that will stay more inside like Google, Meta, and AI versus it being visible to you. This is going to be a huge thing moving forward. Just kind of taking a look at anyone's data. It is a large driver on what we do and the decisions that we make. So as this keeps happening, we'll have to really check back in to see how it is changing and how it does in the end affect everyone. For the measurement side of things, I do think measurement will still be looking at that bigger picture of everything, but you just might have less tools to be able to paint that picture. And so it's going to be us getting creative on ways to figure out what data did we lose or what data is not as accurate as it used to be. And that part is going to be that really fine line of determining like, hey, this is the data that we've always looked at, we've always referenced, but now it has gone away, or we're not getting as many signals back on that. Now what? And it's twofold. If you are just the end user out there on the internet searching around, that is a bonus. They're going to let us know less about you in that aspect. But I don't think that they're going to know less about you. They're just sharing less about you. So someone I feel like is still going to have that data, but it's what restrictions are going to keep coming from those cookies and external identifiers that are going to not flow all the way through like they have been in the past. And that always will affect everyone on pretty much every different level. So it will be an equal playing field, but it's the people that still can get through that data and determine that data the best are the ones that are going to walk away as the winners. I had just grabbed a screenshot from Google Analytics for that just the last 30 days. The big thing I wanted to grab from this, and it just made me think of it as we were putting this episode together, was I am curious how many people out there. So we run tons of Google Analytics accounts. We just have access to so many different people's. As I said, we're a web agency. We do marketing for a lot of customers as well. But even if someone has a website, a lot of times they'll ask us to create their Google Analytics and get it set up for them. So it's linked back to our account. And I'm curious how many of you out there have just seen spikes of increased traffic coming out of China. So on almost all of the marketing customers that we work with every single month and kind of are always in their data, had large spikes. And like this one, there it shows that there's a couple on it when we were pulling this data, but their overall was down like 72%. Now it's all direct traffic. It's all super fast. It hits, clicks, and leaves. There's no time that it stays on. But I'm just curious if that trend is happening for many different individuals. Like I said, I can see it across multiple, but it'd just be curious to hear your thoughts on kind of what has been going down with having such spikes in direct traffic coming out of China for that. So I added that slide kind of for that, but just kind of back to the data side of things. It's something else that we are very passionate about. So it'll be something that we pay attention as things keep changing online and figuring out if we do need to find different ways or how we interpretate that data Again, I am all about measurement, looking at it as a big picture and not just one single thing. But we'll see what control we still have as we move forward. So, moving on to our question of the day. Do WordPress updates really matter, or can we ignore them? So, as I mentioned, we are a web and marketing agency. On the website, if you're just a business website, that I'll just say a brochure website, letting people know who you are, the services you have, a way to contact you. We build those all out in WordPress. So first and foremost, absolutely. It's a simple question, simple answer, yes. Why yes? First of all, just vulnerabilities is the biggest thing. Depending on how your site was built, the amount of plugins that you have, your theme in general, or WordPress in general, keeping it up to date helps keep those bad actors out. Essentially, people are rolling out updates for security, and the security is one of the most important things that we take when it comes to hosting your website. I'll be upfront with you. We use WP Engine for all of our hosting of our websites on WordPress, and they have their own platform that automatically keeps everything up to date. So if you're hosting with 154i, that is all happening for you on the back end. So your plugins, your theme, WordPress in general gets updated pretty much, well, whenever updates come out. I can't remember. Everyone has a little bit of a different schedule that we have, but we are always monitoring it. So a lot of people might say, well, what if it breaks something on my site? When you're automatically updating, what if my theme breaks? What if one of the plugins breaks, or what if one of the plugins can't be updated? Because that's a thing as well. Once a plugin can no longer be updated, obviously we highly recommend switching to a different plugin. Will we help you find that plugin? Yes. Will we help you integrate it into your site, make sure everything's working right? 110%. But once a plugin stops being managed by whoever the developer was, at that point, it's just open to vulnerabilities because it's no longer changing. For if it was like a theme, or if an update happened and it totally messed up your site, there's nightly backups that happen every single night. So we could easily roll back to a backup, get it back to where it was, figure out why that update affected it, and then make those changes so it can be updated to move forward. So it's something, don't ever be afraid of, something we're here to help. We manage it, like I said, all for you if you're hosting it with us. But keep your WordPress sites up to date, keep them secure. We are all about security here. And if you have any WordPress questions, we're always happy to answer them for you as we keep helping individuals. Like I said, whether you are just looking for having that website out there, WordPress is that, or if you want e-commerce, we definitely can help you with that as well. And so the last thing we're going to take a look at is our featured project today. And today we chose Midwest Land Management. We launched this at the end of last year. They are, as you can see on the screen, or if you can't see on the screen, it just says farmland for sale and land auctions. They sell Iowa farmland, they sell Iowa farmland, but whether the land is for sale or it's a land auction is kind of their two main areas. They are out of Spencer, Iowa. We've had the privilege of working with them for many years. This site that you're looking at now, we had taken from, they were actually on a custom CRM software that was wrote by a previous agency. Little technical difficulty there, my bad. So they were on a custom CRM wrote by a previous agency, and we had taken them and built them out in WordPress. We used a bunch of different things to customize it just for all of their needs. On the homepage, they have their most recent auctions and land for sale. I think there's usually about 18 of them. It talks a little bit about who they are, their different areas of expertise, from farm management to farm real estate to insurance services, and then dealing with what is your farm worth. They have tons and tons of experience. They're the leaders in land sales. I'll click through to one of them here. They have an auction coming up on the 21st of January. And again, it's just a fun page that we laid out. The listing agent stays on the right side the whole way through if you're looking at looking at the site design on screen. But a lot of fun things, a lot of details. If you ever need more information from them, you can find that out at midwestlandmanagement.com. So if you have any questions for us, don't hesitate to ask. We love having those customer questions. Leave a comment, whether you're watching a TikTok or you see it on YouTube or Facebook. Leave us a comment. We'll get you an answer back, or we'll answer it on one of our podcasts. We appreciate you watching and listening today, and we'll see you next time.